Sports Matters TV, bringing the sports home.
Hey guys, welcome to WrestleSlam, the podcast. We have a SummerSlam special. We're pretty much 1 hour away from the SummerSlam, so this is a pre-show for all the fans that are at home, you know, putting on the hot wings, you know, getting their beers ready, getting, you know, all their munchies ready. So we're going to guide you right up to the pre-show with our own pre-show. Joining me as always, the duo of Phil Connolly and Jonathan O'Dwyer. Matt's away on vacation. He's out in Barbados with his flock of ladies. He's a bit busy for us. We offer him a lot of money, but look, he's quite busy at the moment. So Matt will be back in the next episode. Earlier today, we did a great episode, of course, a Bret Hart special, which will be available next week. And we also done an NXT TakeOver special, which is now on YouTube. That was the after show, so that will be available right now if you go onto YouTube. But right now it's the pre-show leading up to SummerSlam, which is 1 hour away. First of all, lads, SummerSlam is the second biggest pay-per-view to WrestleMania. I love it. Obviously, Bret Hart's Mr. SummerSlam. People will say, you know, sometimes Shawn Michaels is Mr. SummerSlam. But first of all, lads, we have an exciting card. The first match I want to go to, right? It's a match that really has got my attention. No disqualification. Loser leaves WWE. Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville. Now, this is a bit of a strange one. It came out recently that, you know, the loser is going to leave. Now, Phil did say in our little chat the other day, he reckons Sonya is going to leave. I reckon Otis is going to play his part in this match some way or another. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to go straight to Phil. Phil, what's your thoughts of this match, and why do you think this has been put in place?
I was just actually reading it there before we came on, because there was news about this match.
Breaking news.
Yeah. Well, basically, Sonya doesn't want to go to court with a shaved head.
Right.
So they want to change the act. So basically, it's going to be an angle. None of them are going to leave.
What do you reckon the angle is going to be? Is Otis going to come out with that briefcase and say, "Here, Sonya, look, leave my Mandy alone. You can have this. Cash it in whenever you need to do it."
It could be a case of she just goes to NXT.
Yeah.
What with the hair side of things then, because the hair versus hair stipulation
that's gone. It's gone.
Is this?
Yeah.
It's gone, gone.
They announced it. I was the same, Johnny.
Gone.
I was the exact same. I just seen it. I was looking on the internet and I was like, what?
No, it's gone. It's just Sonya didn't want to be going to court with shaved head. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was loser gets the head shaved and leaves WWE. Oh, sorry.
No.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh, they got rid of it.
They've changed it.
But overall, the match quality won't be the best, but I think Sonya's losing.
You think Sonya's losing? Johnny, do you reckon there's going to be a little catch to this match?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely. I'm not sure how it'll play out, but like you said, I think Otis, it's possible he's going to play some type of part in this anyway. I'm not sure. I can't call it. There's actually a lot of matches on the SummerSlam card like that. I brainstorm. Like, I think the Fiend is going to win it, but something's going to happen there that, you know, even McIntyre and Orton is very hard to call. So it's a very intriguing card.
With the show next week, especially.
Yeah, what show is next week, Phil? Is it just
It's Payback.
I think, is it?
Very soon, very soon.
I reckon the Fiend is going to fight Braun in an ambulance match.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Or really?
Yeah.
Now, we're looking, obviously, there's a lot of matches tonight, right? So we're going to go to, obviously, Braun and the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Falls Count Anywhere match. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, the championship's on the line. Yeah. Is Braun going to lose, lads, or do you reckon Bray will somehow win?
Reckon he should lose, but it could be a bullshit ending.
Yeah. But when you look at the likes of Luke Harper and all the crew they've gone to All Elite Wrestling, it doesn't seem like, I just have this weird reason that Roman Reigns is going to get involved. I don't know why, and I know I'm bringing him out of the box, but like, I just feel that Roman Reigns is somewhat going to get involved in this match.
I have no idea. What do you think, John?
If Reigns was to come back, I could see him more getting involved with the Orton McIntyre match.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. Like, they are hard ones to call. I'm really looking forward to both those matches anyway. I'm really, really looking forward to Bray and Strowman. I think that's been really well built.
Yeah.
I think Strowman is on a roll. I love this whole kind of new image of his, the more maniacal, vicious type character that he's playing. I like the shaved head. I think the new look is really cool. He's a lot fresher, and I think he's probably at his best at the moment.
Like that.
I don't know if I want him to lose the title or not. I've actually really been enjoying him lately. I'd like to see him hold the title for a bit more, but I don't know. Do I want to see the Fiend lose again either? So it's an intriguing one. I don't think.
Well, he's the poster. He's the guy on the poster. When you think about it, so the official SummerSlam poster is Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. So that tells you something already. You know what I mean? Do they bring him back and knock him again, or do they let him, be so dominant again? That's the question.
Yeah, I think there's something going down because there's another pay-per-view next week.
Yeah, that's the only thing. You're probably right on the ambulance match thing after what happened on SmackDown.
Yeah. He's a great guy. I think I'm Phil is my witness. I'm the only guy ever to walk towards Braun Strowman.
Oh, that was hilarious.
I'm the only guy to walk towards him. While cameras are on. We were at Access, and we were just me and Phil were just looking around as you do, looking around. Next thing we see a big camera crew and a flock of probably 200-300 people behind Braun Strowman. Yeah. Haven't got a clue where Braun was going. He could have been going to take a shit for all I know, But I just walked towards him, literally walked towards him and stopped him, as in I was right. I fist pumped him and he just fist pumped me back. But that was a pretty good moment.
That was cool, yeah.
Phil could have laughed and said, "Jesus Christ, that was a bit mad."
Yeah.
Did either of you meet Bray?
I have.
Yeah, we met him in Smith's. In Dublin, Smith brings some fantastic guys over the years, but we actually met him in Smith.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. Am I right to say, lads, that
well, we saw Bray backstage as well, remember?
Oh yeah, when we interviewed Samoa Joe and we came out of the room and Finn Balor was in front of us. He's like, "Hello, cocky boy," and we just kind of chat away to Finn Balor. We didn't even ask him for a picture. It was kind of weird because we were the last to leave the media room, and Finn just opened the door. And Braun, and he was Roman Reigns there as well, Phil.
I think so. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
They were just sitting up having a it was like a Lucas head or whatever they were up there. But that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. It's a real moment. What's going on with the women's matches tonight, lads? Am I right to say Asuka's fighting twice?
Yeah.
Against Sasha and against Bayley.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Shayna Baszler should be fighting for one of those belts. What's
that about? Why is she in two matches tonight?
Lack of depth. They don't have the women.
You think you bring back someone? Bring back Trish Stratus or bring back Lita or
And they don't trust whoever else is there to put in the matches. That's just.
I don't know. I think it's more to do. I think it's going to tie into the storyline with Bayley and Sasha, because you could see on SmackDown, they had the two matches of, who would be defending their title against Asuka second,
Yeah.
And so after Bayley lost her match to Naomi, Sasha was, she was gleeful, she was really happy. So it's kind of playing into that storyline of them eventually, they'll eventually break up and have a match against each other. So I think that's going to play into that storyline tonight. One of them is probably going to lose.
Bayley's going to lose.
Do you think? Yeah, so there is some kind of involvement there now. Sasha probably accidentally cost her the title or something like that anyway. So I think it's more to do with that than the actual roster. Because there's loads of ones they could bring up from NXT. I mean, they could bring up Rhea Ripley. She's a star waiting to be made,
Bianca Belair is incredible, lads. I'm telling you something. She is just...
Yeah.
She, to me, stands out as possibly, one of the greats. She can give Charlotte a great match, I think, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
At their peak. At their absolute peak. But I think
I love that match.
I think he definitely hit it on the nail where maybe Bayley will lose that belt tonight against Asuka.
Yeah, I think so.
We have to touch base Dominic Mysterio with Rey Mysterio versus Seth Rollins and Murphy. First of all, lads, I'm actually loving Murphy at the moment. I think
he's
they've really got it right with him. Do you know what I mean? They've really
he's
given him
very
a big
good.
role. Obviously, this is a street fight. Is there any way, lads, that Dominic Mysterio can come away with the win tonight, or is it just
No.
Seth Rollins altogether?
I think he'll come close, but he won't win.
Yeah.
It's a hard one to.
Yeah,
I get battered.
Yeah.
Dominic.
Yeah.
But
I think they need to change the name, by the way, Dominic. I don't like that name.
Does he get his eye taken out? That's the question.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Oh God. Oh, don't get me started on eye for an eye.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ, you know.
But yeah, no, I'm really interested to see how this plays out now tonight. Like that's another one where there's probably going to be some twists and turns. I mean, you know, will it be a case of like after the match, does Dominic kind of like see the light, so to speak, and you know, join up with Rollins and turn on Ray or something like that? You know, there's going to be some. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be like straight up 1, 2, 3, and that's it. You know, I think the story is going to flow more after this.
I love that theory that Dominic's going to turn on Ray. I love that theory.
I think that's a WrestleMania match in the happening.
Son versus Ford. That's Vince has fought Shane on a pay-per-view. They haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
It's 2017.
It's never happened It's never happened since, though, is it?
I don't think so. Not that I can think of, anyway.
Stephanie and Vince.
Yeah, I think that's a good match, Dominic versus Ray.
Yeah, I think that's a WrestleMania.
I love you, Pops. And then boom.
Yeah, that's a WrestleMania. Just as long as they keep Eddie out of it, I'm good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Jesus. That's Apollo Crews versus MVP. It's probably fair to say MVP is going to win this match.
I don't think so.
Ooh. But what's going on? Like, you know, you've obviously got MVP, Shelton, and do you know what I mean? There's obviously a trio, Big Bobby. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Surely they're going to get involved and mess up Apollo, or is Apollo join the lads? That's the question.
I think Cedric Alexander is going to turn on Apollo.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know when though, but it's coming.
Yeah.
Do you think R-Truth is going to end up joining that group as well?
I don't think so. I think Truth's too comedic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think, look, I mean, it's over time now, like that they switch it up with R-Truth and do something different with him.
Agreed.
I think it's the comedic stuff has kind of run its course now. Like every time I see it now, like I used to find it funny, as now it's kind of like, you know, get on with it. I think that's interesting to do something different with him.
But you know, he's like 50 R-Truth.
Yeah, it's crazy.
50. Yeah.
We must find his fountain of youth that he's hiding.
Vince loves him, lads. Apparently, Vince is actually very good friends of R-Truth. Like.
Yeah, I imagine like he'd be a really, really cool guy in real life. Like, you know, like no, it'd be interesting to see him in it. But I don't know, like, why are they putting MVP against Apollo? Like,
I thought it'd be Bobby. Yeah.
Bobby or Shelton. Like,
yeah.
God, they push those lads. You know, I mean, MVP is kind of shining a bit too much in that group than I would like. I wish they'd use the Raw Underground thing as a way of elevating Shelton and Bobby.
If
they had the Underground, the actual fights, have them, you know, actually mean something where like they're fighting, have it like my nephew actually, funnily enough, kind of came up with this. I thought it was an interesting idea where like, it's kind of a bounty against Lashley. So everybody, you know, they're putting up money to fight Lashley. So he would be through guy after guy after guy. Do that for a couple of months, lead that to a match with Brock. Or you could do the same with Shelton, where, you know, it's both him and Shelton that are doing the fighting. And eventually have him kind of turn on each other. You know, I think they could you because they look really cool in that environment as well. Like, you know, it's really cool and different. But, I'll be interested to see what happens in that match tonight, what way it works out.
I think Apollo retains. I can't see him losing.
I love it. Lads, we have to get on to Mr. Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton. What a match this has potentially, you know, for the way the both lads are. This potentially has, you know,
it's a hard one to call.
A contender of match. Like, you know, as you said, maybe Roman Reigns will come out and do something. You know, maybe we'll see a heel Roman Reigns come back. Maybe Orton will be Drew. A lot of people reckon Drew will rate like he's going to retain the title. Phil, what you reckon? What you reckon is going to happen?
Oh, I lost audio.
No. What do you reckon is going to happen between?
Oh yeah, I reckon it'll be again same as Braun. It could be a really bad finish.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be. I just want Randy Orton to win.
Yeah. And Randy's actually close to. Is he close to 16 world titles? Would I be right to say that? Is he at
14.
So he's
But
at 14.
if he wins this world title, it'll be the 50th world title for an Evolution member.
That's
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fact file right there, lads. Fact file.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love it. Johnny, what do you reckon is going to happen? Do you reckon it's going to be a straightforward match? Do you reckon it's going to be a catch? Do you reckon someone's going to come out? Do you reckon Vince? By the way, did you see Vince McMahon dive off the he was showing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was crazy. And what's funny is he actually did it better than what Gronk did as well.
Yeah.
He leaped off it that bit more or something. But yeah, that was mad. Like Vince, he's a badass.
That's how you do it. Get it right next time. That was pretty impressive. But do you reckon the match will be straightforward?
I think you'll have a straightforward winner, but I think there will be some kind of a swerve in the story, like whether it be somebody coming back. I mean, who knows? Maybe Edge.
Roman Reigns.
Reigns would be class. I'm really starting to miss Reigns on it, but I think maybe Edge will play a role in this. Maybe.
Yeah, my brother thinks Edge is coming on all those screens.
Oh, look at that. The Superdome. Boom. But is the pay-per-view now, it's in Orlando tonight, is it? Or is it in the Superdome? It's the same
No,
thing?
it's in the Alamo Center. That's
in Orlando, yeah?
I think it is.
Yeah. So they're two different things. Will the setup be the same tonight, lads? Is it the same setup?
As SmackDown. It's the same as SmackDown. If you
so kind of Superdome kind of setup, so?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to that match, though. They're both solid workers, and they're both at their peak now. Orton is doing some of his best work. McIntyre is on a real roll at the moment, so they'll be really good. I think maybe Edge will play a role, but I don't know. I find it very hard to call. It's a really interesting pay-per-view. There's a lot of matches like that where you just don't quite know what's going to happen, you know. So that makes for interesting booking. What do you think the tagline is about?
I actually thought it was
you'll never see it coming, or what's the tagline again?
You never see
it coming. Yeah.
That's it, isn't it?
I thought it was Ric Flair first, to be honest.
What was that, Phil?
I thought it was the Ric Flair thing first.
Yeah.
I thought Rick was just going to turn on him.
But lads, let's be honest. That's a very, very important tagline. That's a tagline that would make you think. Surely they have to back up that tagline.
Maybe Randy Orton's the leader of Retribution.
Maybe Retribution are going to come out and we're going to see so much crazy shit.
Yeah.
Maybe the leader will be unveiled in some form or fashion. I don't know. That is a kind of heavy tagline to live up to. So they're going to have to pull something out of the bag,
Yeah.
Jeez, right, the censor will come back. Definitely. Now, lads, we have to obviously touch base as well on our favourite SummerSlam moments. I'm going to go to you, Phil, okay?
Yeah.
What match or matches would stand out to you over the years? It's been around a long time. SummerSlam, I think, first aired back in, I think it was 1988. What would stand out to you? Obviously, we've seen, so many, momentous occasions when it comes to SummerSlam. But what stands out to you? Anyone in particular in any match?
Warrior and Rick Rude, 89.
Yeah.
Is quality. Yeah. And the thing is, they have another match in 90, which isn't a cage match, which isn't as good. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. The
89 one is unbelievably good. The storytelling's off the charts in it.
Yeah, it's
and
phenomenal.
Is that the one? Does Piper come down in that one?
Yeah, he comes down at the he distracts and Warrior kind of wins from there.
Yeah, it's a great match.
The pop at the end of that is just insane, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, people can say what they want about Warrior, but Jesus, he was over
Oh, he's unbelievable.
He was the only one that could touch Hogan in terms of popularity back then. I mean, you look at any big match that he was involved with, and the place is just going mental, like, you know. So I mean, that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah. And then you have SummerSlam '94, which had Bret and Owen, which is obviously a classic.
Epic. To this day, people still talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bret Taker, SummerSlam '97.
Oh, so many great moments.
And
actually, Sean Vader is a bit of an under-gem one.
Yeah.
Vader
was a great worker. He was a great worker, Vader.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
Johnny, what you reckon, my man? What stands out to you when it comes to SummerSlam? I know, you know, we could have tears in our eyes thinking about all the memories, all the late nights we used to stay up and go to school next morning. The dodgy black box, happy days, the old multi-channel box where you'd be able to tune into a pay-per-view and, you know, you'd go into school next day with a VHS. But what stands out to you, Johnny, as iconic moments when it comes to SummerSlam?
There's a lot. One of the first to come to mind.
Selling the house.
What's that, Phil?
I said Todd Pettengill selling the house. Was he selling a house or was he giving away money?
I've no idea.
Was he giving away money? Or he was trying to sell, and then Sonny had a key and he would open the key and you.
Oh, that was the SummerSlam '97, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was money. Yeah, no, I was trying to think. Yeah, I think it was money. I think the house was In Your House, I think, wasn't it?
Okay. Yeah.
Vince will try anything. You gotta give him credit. But SummerSlam '92 anyway will be the match with Bulldog and Bret is one of the first that comes to mind anyway. I didn't see it live at the time. Like, I didn't start watching wrestling until '93. Yeah. But I remember a few years later, like, getting the video, and I was up really late watching it as well.
Yeah.
Really early in the morning, and just being blown away by it. Bulldog and Bret, I mean, just the story, like, that was another match. It felt like a real test back and forth. It was just phenomenal. From there, then, Bret and Taker is high up there. Shawn and Triple H, Shawn's comeback match in 2002 was just phenomenal. You know, just the emotion of that is just, and then the aftermath as well, Triple H with the hammer. I was so furious with that at the time. You know, it was still real back then to us, like, so. Yeah. And a more recent one then would be AJ and Cena from 2016.
16.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm bad with the years, but that match is so good. That was AJ's kind of dethroning of Cena. You know, the whole never give up thing. Like, Cena just couldn't put him away no matter what he did. AJ just kept coming and kept coming.
Yeah.
And he eventually beats him. You know, he kind of takes Cena's mantle then as that kind of hustle, loyalty, respect guy.
You know what's a hidden gem as well? CM Punk and Brock.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jeez, Brock walked him well.
Yeah, that match. Ooh, that's really good stuff as well. That is one that definitely does go under the radar.
And there's Triple H and Lesnar's good as well.
Yeah,
that's decent. Eddie and Angle from 2004 is another really good match. And
Eddie and Edge, too.
Oh yeah, that is really good. Orton and Benoit is another really top-notch one. That was one of my favorites at one point. That match, that's another one that just felt authentic. Like, you know, I know it's kind of a hard one to watch now, but that was really good stuff. There's a lot of them, like Angle and Austin from 2001.
The first ever TLC match.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah, that was excellent.
Iconic that was.
And then you have Angle Austin is another one.
Yeah, that's high on my list of favorites. That's one of my favorite actual Austin matches. I think that's one of his best pieces of work. I mean, him as a heel, he was so vicious, and he laid on the beating so strong and Angle, and you know, there was a really good heel babyface dynamic in it. Like, you know, Angle was really coming back from underneath, and I absolutely loved that match. I think
best DQ finish ever.
Definitely.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Definitely.
What about yourself, Jim?
Yeah, as I say, I always remember the Bret and British Bulldog match. I'm actually looking forward to you know, doing the British Bulldog special, because we're going to have some nice guests on with us and stuff. But Yeah, for me, I think obviously Owen and Bret was another great one. You know, we've seen so many. Like I think, like, you know what I mean. Even to this day, there's still kind of good SummerSlam matches. But I always revert back to the kind of like the 90s and the early noughties because, you know, for me that was when I loved wrestling at its most. Obviously, I'm still a huge wrestling fan, but like when I was a teenager, when I was a kid, Jesus, like I always remember going to the shop with my mum, getting all the sweets, you know, staying up, you know, till 4 or 5 in the morning, going to school at 8:30. There were surreal moments, but I think for me, definitely Angle and Austin was a great match. I think that was, you know, iconic. I always remember, I think even one of Rey Mysterio's first matches, I can't remember, was it Rey?
Even Kurt Angle.
Sorry, it was, that was a great match as well. And I think Y2J Mysterio had a great match as well at SummerSlam, where there was 2 quote breakers. I just have to double check that, but I think it was SummerSlam as far as I can recall.
They feuded in the summer, but I don't think they fought at SummerSlam.
It wasn't SummerSlam. I thought it was, but as you said, there's so many.
Angle and Mysterio had a really good one at SummerSlam in 2002 as well. That's really, really good.
Yeah, that's when Ray first came. I think that might have been one of his first pay-per-views.
Yeah.
That they were
so, what would be your favorite SummerSlam pay-per-views?
I'm definitely going to revert back to maybe I suppose 91, 92. For me, they're just like, even the storylines with, like, when you think of the technology they had back then, lads, you know what I mean? Like, the scripts were perfect, you know what I mean? We all believe stuff, you know what I mean? If you look at all the legends on that card, like, unfortunately, there's not many alive today. There's a lot of them actually passed away, but when we see that lineup, for me, definitely, you know, SummerSlam 91, SummerSlam 92 stand out for me the most. What do you reckon, lads? What would be for you?
SummerSlam 02 is from top to bottom is the best.
Yeah.
Overall. Overall,
is,
Joe.
One for me, I'd say, I think 94 is high up there. Some of that is to do with the build-up as well. Like, I actually like the Undertaker versus Undertaker build-up. You can say what you will about the actual match itself or whatever, but I thought the build-up just brings back so many memories. Like, the cage match with Owen, and then the turn, Tatanka's turn against Lex Luger. I mean, that was so well built up as well. You were, you know, fairly full sure that Luger was going to be joining the corporation, and then like, I never saw that coming. Like, that was so well pulled off. Like, that's one of my favorite turns. It really flies under the radar, but that's one of my favorite heel turns ever. That was really good stuff. And then the year before, the 93, the Lex Express, that has to be one of the best build-ups. Yes. You can say what you will about the execution of, you know, I mean, he should have won the title.
It was devastating, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not going to go too far on that one, like, because that's a sour one. You know, he should have won the title that night. It makes absolutely no sense. But the build-up is one of the best ever, one of the most unique storylines they ever did. Like, they just should have followed it up by pulling the trigger on.
Like, at the time, I thought he was going to win the Royal Rumble and do WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Should have been a triple threat at WrestleMania 10.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, lads, as I said, it's an honor as always. We've had a good half an hour special there for all the fans that are getting ready right now. Popcorn is ready. The sweets are ready. SummerSlam is just upon us. Roughly about a half an hour to go before the pre-show starts at 11. A big thanks to everyone that's tuned in, everyone worldwide. Check out our other episodes. Obviously, we've a fantastic NXT TakeOver, fresh after show. That's also on our YouTube channel, Sports Matters. The Bret Hart special will be here next week, and obviously we'll revert back to episodes 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and the Undertaker special. Phil and Jonathan, it's been an absolute pleasure as always, boys.
Matt will be back.
Matt will be back from Barbados. He's probably married I think he got married for the 10th time. I heard he's refusing to sign autographs out in Barbados. He just wants to be left alone. Matt, we miss you, buddy. We love you. And lads, it's been a pleasure. Enjoy SummerSlam in a half an hour's time. And no doubt we'll all chat about it next week. Thank you, boys.
Thanks, Jer. Talk soon, guys.
See you later.